We're live.
Oh, what's up, Cracker,
Alright.
Craig?
Episode
27.
27, yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, interesting. So today, I brought us a little something special. I actually came with a topic this week. So not a topic, but something to do on the podcast. So we're gonna be taking today.
Turn your cameras on. I can't turn mine on, but you guys gotta turn
We're
yours.
taking the political compass test. Okay, I'm taking a political compass.
So how's this gonna work? What are we gonna do? Like just majority vote?
I'm gonna read the question out loud, right? So the viewers or who's ever listening can understand what we're debating, right?
Okay.
And then we're gonna majority vote, or we can debate, see who gets on. If we all don't agree with something,
Okay.
get on each other's side.
All right.
So
Just before you do that, I got one little announcement. So, as you guys know, we've been talking about it for a couple episodes now. Is that we have a special we have exclusive episodes from another podcast on the Patreon for $1 a month. The first episode just came out. It's called Debate Power Hour Podcast. That's the podcast. It's run by Montel from what's his name? I Say Therefore I Am. I think that's the name of his show. So he just dropped his first bonus episode for us. His episodes come out every 15th of the month. So just make sure you're going and subbing to the Patreon. It's only $1, and trust me, the stuff he's making is getting better and better every time I hear something new from him. I really like the guy, and we might even get, if you guys remember Dan Toller, we might even get some sort of deal with him to get him in on the setup. So patreon.com/the salad tossers. Definitely go check that out.
Fucking salad tossers.
And we have Dylan as a special guest this episode. So
What's up?
ready to get this rolling?
yeah, I'm
What are
ready
we
to go.
doing?
Let's do it.
Taking
Okay,
a political compass test.
So, compass test.
What the fuck does that mean?
See where all
We're just
three-
gonna
all four of
basically
us-
we're just
Oh,
answering
we're
a bunch of
from left
political.
to right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So the first
Okay.
question: if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interest of transnational corporations. And there are 4 answers for each question: strongly disagree, answer, strongly agree. So, guys, see
What?
what
I'm
man.
dumb, so you may have to help me.
I'm confused on what it means
I
by
strongly
serve
agree.
humanity. Does that mean the best for humanity or for the individual? Is the question individual versus corporation, or is it all of humanity and like what's best for the earth versus corporation?
Individual versus corporation. I'm assuming.
Okay, I say individual if that's what we're saying.
So you would strongly agree with this or disagree?
Just a light agree because
Do
I'm
we get
still
one
I'm
for
still
agree?
not sure if that's what it means.
1 for agree.
Does anyone oppose?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Could you please repeat the question?
You can just look at my stream.
I'm fucking playing something.
I'm not repeating it. I'm just gonna go with agree.
That
Okay.
works.
Sure.
Next question. I'd always support my country whether it was right or wrong.
Strongly
I'm also
disagree.
obviously agree to
Yeah,
this.
it's obviously
Uh,
wrong.
Strongly disagree.
Okay. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it.
Disagree.
Disagree to
Because that's not
agree.
really why people are proud of where they live.
Yeah. Jock, another answer?
I mean, I kind of lean towards agree, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you
Wait, what about Mr. Primeval? What do you think?
Sorry, I'm chewing food. I don't know. I'm kind of on the middle ground there. Like, some people aren't really proud to be like fucking from Nazi Germany, but I mean, yeah, I'd say agree, but on the light scale.
Oh, so it's a split
Ooh.
too.
So yeah, we're
we gotta-
split. So
So
here,
here's my thing.
What?
I say disagree because I think with Nick, like, it's not a reason why people are proud of their country. They're proud of their country because what it's done.
that's what I'm saying. I think these two things are completely unrelated. No one chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. People aren't proud of it just because that's where they were born. They're usually proud of it because they have some sort of belief or patriotism in the country.
I think that birth connection to being proud of it is strictly an American thing. I think that most people are
Yeah.
like born in America, like that type of shit.
Yeah, okay, no, but the reason
that-
people are proud of being born in America is because it's the greatest country in the history of the world. So it's not literally just being born there. It's because it is the greatest country in the world
So
in
they
all of
say.
history. So they say. So I don't know. I still don't think that's about birth.
So I'm still sticking with disagree.
Yeah, I think disagree seems fair. I just think these two things are unrelated.
Jock, or any reason why it should be agree?
Yeah.
I mean, we can just stick with disagree.
Okay then. Okay, moving on. Our race has many superior qualities compared with other races. There's only one right answer, and I strongly agree, guys. If you are listening in, it's only strongly agree.
Okay, to be fair, I'm going to say a light disagree to an agree, honestly. I wish I could go somewhere in the middle, because they're just like being a man or a woman, there are genuine advantages to different races, but I don't think that makes them superior. I think that just means genetically they have certain advantage depending on
asking superior or not. So what is
superior qualities is having an advantage genetically. So technically yes, but when you use the word superior, it makes it sound like you're a racist. But technically, yeah, each race has their own advantages, which is a superiority.
So you're going with agree.
I wish you could go in between those two.
I'm strongly disagree.
Yeah.
Jock strongly disagree.
I'll go. I'm okay with light disagree. I'd really like if there was a neutral, like in the middle.
So we're missing our last person.
Yeah.
Just for like publicity purposes, I'm just gonna say disagree. But I get where Nick's coming from. But yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree, just because like on the political scale, that doesn't seem right to just say like every fucking race has its own advantage, because then somebody's gonna pick it apart and be like, well, what do you mean by that?
I think it's pretty obvious what I mean, though. That's the thing. I think I explained myself.
No, I get what you're saying.
You guys do you, man. You guys do you. Okay. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Sure, I'll agree with that.
I was gonna disagree with that.
Really? Why? I'm interested.
Well, they may be the enemy. They may be my enemy's enemy for completely different reasons than why I'm an enemy of them.
But is that important?
That is important because I may not even like what they stand for or what they're.
But it's not okay. But if your goal is to take, if your goal is to
commonality, doesn't mean I'm going to be friends with somebody.
No, but the point of the saying is, if you both have the same goal of taking someone down, that makes you allies because you're working towards the same goal regardless of what your reasons are.
Not necessarily. It makes you temporary allies, you could say.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the middle. I'm going to go with the middle. I'm not agreeing with it, but I'm not going to disagree with it. So somebody else.
I think me and Jack both said agree, right, Jack?
Yeah, I agree. I think you could also see it in more of like a philosophical sense almost, because it's like what's the enemy of world hunger? Everyone having food. So that's good. Bam.
Chocolate stone.
That was one of the worst analogies I've ever heard in my life.
Jocks agrees no longer count. Dylan, it's up to
you. Is it bad that I kind of understand what Jock is trying to say?
I understand what he's trying to say, but that doesn't mean it made sense.
I am not answering.
No, put it as agree. Put it as agree.
Yeah, I agree because like. If someone hates someone I absolutely hate, I'm like, why do you hate him? And I can bond with that motherfucker. That guy. I'm a fucking savage when it comes to that stuff. I don't give a fuck.
Alright, let's just go to the next one then.
Okay, next question. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. You guys go first.
Yeah, of course. You can't say that there's never going to be a circumstance where this is true. So I have to agree. You're always going to find there's always going to be some sort of circumstance that you could make up that this is true. Yeah. So I have to say agree.
I'm down with that. There is now next question then. There's now worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I would go with agree for that one.
Yeah, I think I agree with that as well.
Yeah.
Do you know how many questions this is, Billy?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's 6 pages, 6 questions. So.
6 pages, Jesus. Oh my God. We're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to go a little faster.
Okay. People are ultimately divided by more by class than by nationality.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yes.
What? That's like
controlling inflation is more important.
Inflation.
Inflation, whatever.
Disagree.
I'm a disagree type of person.
Controlling inflation is more important.
I think they're more
unemployment.
I think they're equally important to control. I think you just can't place
Yeah,
one or the other.
I'm
I
gonna say
kinda-
disagree.
So I'm gonna go with disagree because
I
that
don't-
way it makes it seem like we're not saying that it is more important, but I'm saying that it's not.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Like,
If there was, I wish there was a
saying
neutral button. Yeah.
By saying disagree to this question, it's me saying that it's not more important. But I'm not saying that controlling unemployment is more important than inflation. So. Next question then.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. Yeah, I'm good.
Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. I'd agree.
I disagree strictly because I just like smallest amount of government possible. So I guess it's up. Dylan, what do you think?
I agree with Nick's terms.
Ooh, we're in the middle.
What the fuck?
Mainly just because I fucking hate the government.
Yeah,
My
I don't
government's
know. I
fucking
just
dumb.
I
now
like.
This comes down to your stance on the environment.
Yeah, I mean, if you want,
If this really comes down to your stance.
I
on-
disagree. I disagree.
all the
It doesn't come to
fucking
stance on environment. It comes to stance on how much power the government, how much power you think the government should have, and I think it should have almost none. So that's the main reason. I'm not really worried. Not that I'm not worried about the environment, but like when it comes to this question, the environment you could switch out with a million other things, but that's not what it's about to me. It's about government intervention, and I don't want the
gonna go
government to have
with
that.
I think this is strictly about the environment.
It's not though. That's not what it is.
what-
Regulations are given by the government. The government is regulating these corporations in this scenario. So this is about government intervention.
Well, in the case of the environment, I would agree, and I wouldn't agree for everything else. So
I'm gonna disagree.
And this is the
because
question
there's
it's
no way I'm
asking.
convincing Nick to switch over. So I literally see no point in the argument.
Okay.
So, from each according, this one was confusing. From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea.
Ooh.
For me, understanding the question is more important because
according to
I think the idea behind this one is like taking from the rich and giving to the poor.
I don't think that's what it is.
That's sort of what I understood it as.
I think it.
Not
I think
sure what it
this.
means.
No, I think
So
this
I really
is.
don't have an opinion on this
I
one.
think this is about capitalism because it's saying from each according to its ability to his ability. So like your skill level, to each according to his needs. So I think it's about that fine balance of pure capitalism, not the way we do it, where like you get what you your needs can be changed by the ability you have to provide better. I think is what it's trying to say.
I don't know. It's
I
kind of
agree, yeah.
confusing.
So confusing me.
Fundamentally good.
My brain is too smooth for this one.
Yeah. According to his need. I don't know. Just pick disagree or agree. I really couldn't tell you to be
Let's
completely
go
honest.
with disagree. I have no idea. The freer the market, the freer the people. Disagree.
I agree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There's your government intervention again.
Yep.
There's a question that comes later on that clarifies my disagree, but
Jock?
Jack,
I disagree.
Dylan?
Disagree, Dylan.
Disagree.
Alright, disagree it is. Yeah.
Sad reflection on our society that sometimes as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. Disagree.
Disagree, yeah. That's not sad to me.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You get water from the tap still that doesn't have a... So, like, that's an awful point. That whole point makes no sense.
Okay, land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold.
Completely, strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Jock? Dylan?
I mean,
No
in
one
a
should
perfect
own
world-
land?
In a perfect world, I'd agree, but. Yeah.
That's your version of a
I
perfect world?
disagree.
Is no one owns land?
No one owns land.
You can't. That means you can't own a house. You can't own
Think about it.
any
Think about it.
property,
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Okay, let me put this in simple terms. Let me put
Okay,
this in-
never mind.
No,
Never.
no,
I
let me put this in
disagree.
simple terms.
I
Imagine
disagree.
you're
I
on a
understand.
Minecraft world. There is no claim golden shovel.
Yeah, it's
Somebody can
chaos.
come over and grief your house. They can just blow it up for no fucking reason.
Just cause,
Think about
exactly.
Think about that.
It's chaos.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. You guys gonna tell the answers, so I don't want to keep on asking you guys what your answers are.
Okay.
So, is it
I disagree. I said that before.
okay? Okay. Dylan, last time doing that.
Fuck. Sorry, I'm doing something really important right now. I'll go with the flow with that one.
Okay.
I'm filling out a renting application right now. So.
Oh,
It
that's
is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their
strongly
society.
disagree. I think people who evade taxes legally and stuff, they're the smart guys. They're the you know that saying like hate the game, not the or don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what that is like. That's saying the opposite basically. I think if we have a broken system, you can't get mad at people who abuse the broken system. You have to get mad at the system. Like welfare and shit like that. People who use welfare, I'm not mad at them. I'm mad that the government gives them the opportunity. Well, for like people who abuse it, not people who actually need it.
I was just about to say, motherfucker, what are you talking about? If you can't even
People,
get a job,
people who actually need it. No, but like the people who abuse it, like people who get a job for 2 weeks and then quit so they can go on welfare.
Okay, so we're all on the same page with that one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade.
Agree, only because they said sometimes. So I agree, because sometimes everything is necessary.
Agreed.
Protectionism. That's just like saying like
Wearing a condom, Jock. Wearing a condom.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, in a trade of bodily fluids. Yeah, that's what that means.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, nice.
What's
A
the next
trade,
Social
aka
responsibility.
money for sex.
one?
The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders.
No, because
No.
it asks for a social responsibility, and that's not really a social responsibility.
Well, they're defining it as one. So under the context of them defining this as a
No,
as a-
they're really the main social responsibility is that they make a good product, in my opinion. So no, I'm gonna have to disagree
Yeah,
with this.
exactly. That's how you get a good reputation.
Make
you get, like,
profit for your shareholders is a good
profitable
business
by
responsibility.
making good shit.
A good business responsibility would be profit for your shareholders, but for social, for society, it would definitely be making a good product that's safe and like efficient or whatever, good at whatever it does. So I'm gonna have to strongly disagree.
Come.
I don't know about that because if you put a lot of money, like say you put a lot of money towards a stock, right, and you own that much in that yeah, you own how many shares of that stock? That money's still going to them and helping them build their product, helping them build a business more.
But
So
Billy,
I feel like
the difference is I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that's a business responsibility and not a societal responsibility. When you invest in that stock, you're investing in a business. You're being part of the business. So that's a business responsibility. A societal responsibility is that you like are when you're making your stuff, it's good for the environment, it's safe for people to use, and it's a good product for society to use.
I'm still gonna agree.
Okay, Jock?
I disagree.
So okay, that clears it up. The rich are too highly taxed.
I'd give it a no. I think a light disagree.
Yeah, I like disagree.
They still get taxed more than us, like higher percentages. I think it's semi-reasonable.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
I agree with this next one.
Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of Medicare. I think that's a strongly disagree.
Strongly
agree.
disagree? Or, yeah. I have a strong agree to that. If you have more money to pay for goods, you get more goods. It's simple as that.
You're gonna love my answer.
What's your answer?
Fuck you, I'm in Canada. Mine's free no matter what.
Yeah, good luck waiting like 2 years for your blood test. Hopefully you don't have anything serious
Actually,
going
I
on.
get mine within 24 hours.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
I come out in
okay.
24 hours,
Wait,
actually.
but do you go to the free clinic or do you have a family doctor or something?
I have a family doctor.
Well, a family doctor is different than your free healthcare system, so no, that
that
doesn't
is
count.
true. Yeah, it's covered by my insurance. Though,
Yeah.
which I get for free through my job.
Well, yeah, but that's not like a thing
Yeah.
specific to your country. We can get free health insurance from a job too, so that's not the
Yeah, I know.
Canadian stuff. That's a strongly agree, I think, unless
Yeah.
Jock opposes.
Oh, I'll agree.
Okay.
Okay. Government should penalize
Penalize.
businesses that are misled.
Ooh, that's a hard one. See, because I think that's reasonably fair. Like, I think that's reasonable, but
I think
also,
it's
as
fair.
I've discussed, I don't want the government doing anything. I'll give it a light disagree. It's not a strong disagree. It's a light disagree for me.
Agree.
Yeah, I go with agree.
Dylan?
Agree.
Okay.
A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of multinationals to create monopolies. Well, we know Nick's going strongly disagree.
No. Actually, I'm
Strongly
gonna say a light agree only because we know in our country that like this is a fact. Like we've seen it in action through our U.S. history. That's the only reason I give it an agree. I'm not saying it's the best way and like the way we should do it, but I will give it an agree. For as close to a free market as humans can get, you have to work on stopping monopolies.
I'm gonna strongly agree for that reason, though.
Yeah, I strongly agree.
Dylan?
Yeah, I agree.
Strongly or just agree?
Yeah, I strongly agree. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I have nothing really pulling me from my answer.
Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal.
Agree. Strongly agree.
Disagree. Strongly disagree.
Oh god.
We've had this debate plenty times, so Dylan, what do you think?
Let's
I
just
think you should be able to
flip
get
a coin.
I think you should be able to get an abortion no matter fucking what. It's your
No,
fucking choice.
no, that's 3 against 1. You guys can have it.
Oh, 3 against 1.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue it. We've argued it so many times on the
Yeah.
show. We know we're not changing
3v1
anybody's mind.
All authority should be
3v1
questioned.
hearsay.
Agree. I light agree. Yeah, a light
small-
agree.
Yeah,
Small
I'd agree.
authorities. Should
No,
be
all authority.
Small.
authority.
What's a small authority?
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean, like a?
I don't know, like a
fucking small
principal.
guy?
Like a principal or like a teacher is very small amount of authority, but they have authority. They just have it over children.
So we got 3 agrees for that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
4 agrees. Let's go.
Agree.
An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
I strongly
Not
disagree.
always. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your 2 choices are either to go the high road or when someone like what's that one Joker quote where it's like if she puts or if they put one of yours in the hospital, you put one of theirs in the morgue. Like you can't do an eye for an eye. You have to go above and Jack always used to say he doesn't get even, he gets ahead. So I think you either have to not get even and get ahead, or you have to just take the high road. I think an eye for an eye is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
So 2 strongly disagrees.
Yes.
I think, in my opinion, an eye for an eye is acceptable because if the consequences are going to play out with bigger retaliation that you can't handle, if you take it farther than just an eye for an eye, then you have to stick with it. But, like, in a situation with me, if somebody fucks me over, I'm going to fuck them over. It's just, it really depends on how hard. If I can fuck them over harder and get away with it, absolutely I'm going to do it.
We got to start going through these faster.
Yeah,
There's so
faster,
many.
guys.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
yeah.
God.
So we're going strongly disagree because
Yes.
taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I would disagree.
Taxpayers should not be expected prop up any theaters.
I would-
Museums, I think taxpayers should like pay for because they're like a community thing. But
Yeah.
theaters, I don't think
same
so.
with theaters. I think same
Yeah,
with
if they
theaters.
can't afford it, then they shouldn't.
No, theaters are different. Theaters are like a money-making business. A museum is usually
Depends what type of
free.
theater. Depends what type of theater.
Most even play
Because
theaters
they're
are.
They're both there to appease the public, and they're there.
Oh,
to entertain
but
the
my only thing is the difference is when you go to a play or a movie or whatever, you're always paying to get in. When you go to a museum, it's very rare that you pay to get in. Those are the ones that are private, the ones that you got to pay to get in.
Donations though, like a donation of like $5 to get in.
I think those are the ones that are private because like the 9/11 museum, like they'd never make you to pay to go in, or the Holocaust museum, you'd never have to pay to go in.
So I'm gonna go with disagree. Nick's agree. Nick, are you?
Should not be expected to prop up. I agree with that. Yeah, I half agree with that. I don't know. If you want to go disagree, I'm okay with that just because I only half agree.
Jack and Dylan.
I mean, I kind of go with agree.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, agree it is.
In a way.
Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory, which is just mandatory, basically.
Yeah.
Like the government requires you to go to school.
I disagree. I think
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
disagree. You agree?
Dylan?
To make kids go to school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
School.
I think they should be fucking going to school, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Otherwise,
three
we're just gonna have a
disagrees.
country full of fucking idiots.
Okay. all people have their right, but it's better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind.
Strongly disagree. I hope none of you agree with this.
I don't know, Nick. I was questioning it. I was like,
Parents sometimes have to spank their children.
I strongly agree. It's
I
only
mean,
because
yeah,
it
I
says
get-
sometimes. Only because it says
I
sometimes.
disagree.
Only because it says sometimes, Billy. They're not saying it's their number one thing. They're saying sometimes it's down to the
No,
count
I
and they
still
have to.
disagree. That's sometimes.
That's fair enough. I say
Punch
strongly
your
agree.
6-year-old
No,
daughter
spank them.
in the
Just
face.
spank them. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not like
yeah,
assaulting
no
them.
one ever has to. But
Take
like,
it above and beyond. Fuck it, we're already taking the fucking low road with this one.
Agree?
I'm
I
strongly
agree. It's
agree.
necessary sometimes. Yes.
Jack, what?
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Man, you guys got some weird kinks, man. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents.
Strongly agree, obviously.
Strongly agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
This one's easy. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense.
I think we know the answer to that one.
Agree.
Yeah, that should not be a criminal offense.
Prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generations to find jobs. Strongly
Strongly
agree.
agree.
Yeah, I guess strongly agree.
Yeah.
People with serious, in whatever.
Inheritable
serious
disabilities.
Inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce.
That's-
Controversial, but I'm going with agree.
I'm going with agree because I don't like limiting people's freedoms, no matter the circumstance.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Nick there.
God.
Don't
Because, like, I just kind of imagine
I
if
just
that were
wanna
me,
clarify
how would I
this.
fucking feel? What if
Yeah,
I had
like-
the slightest bit of autism?
No,
or something?
Billy, I said I don't like I don't like in Jesus, why can't I not think of the word? I don't like taking freedom away from people for any
So you would
circumstance.
disagree with this.
Disagrees.
No, I agree. No, yeah, I disagree with this.
You
Yeah.
disagree with this.
Yes, strong. I think me and Dylan both strongly disagree. That's what we're saying.
Jack?
Yeah, I'll go with this. I
Okay,
go
so
like
you guys also
disagree.
strongly agree.
No.
Everybody-
We're all
Okay.
disagreeing, Billy. Why are you
I
saying
heard
strongly
you
agree?
correctly? Okay.
Why are you? What the hell?
The most important thing for children.
Billy, what the fuck is this?
The most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline.
I mean,
Disagree.
No, I disagree. That's not the most important thing. I definitely don't think
yeah,
that's
it's
the
not
most
the most
important thing.
important.
It's important, but it's not the most important thing.
Yeah.
There are no savage and civilized people. There are only different cultures.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah.
Culture has nothing to do with it either, so.
There are those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity. Not expect society's support.
Agree.
Strongly.
Yeah, strongly agree, yeah.
Yeah.
As an
100%.
unemployed young man, I strongly agree.
When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. Well, this is just.
This
is
is just
like
being
I
a
would-
man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
this is
do
like,
this.
do
Like, I
you-
would do this to keep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
follow
I do this actively, but I'm not gonna say it's a good idea.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely the more
This is
healthy.
a good question. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated with.
Wait, are first generations the one that come over from a different country? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So this is for me. This question offers 3 questions, or like 2 questions. Not 2 questions, but like 2 parameters for first generation immigrants. Because on one side of it, I think that there are many different like, if you take this and put it into like the U.S. for example, there are many different cultures and ideas that like different cultures make up the U.S. and so they can be integrated into that culture within the U.S. and that country. On the other side of it, like those are like older people, and inside of it, kids can easily be integrated within their new country if they're first generation immigrants
Yeah.
because they're kids. They can.
I
easily
say
I
agree
think the
because
biggest thing is the language barrier.
I say
I'm not
agree because or wait, sorry. No, I say disagree because this is saying never, and if someone, like you said, a kid moves over and then they live in America for 30 years, there's no reason that they shouldn't be able to be like a U.S. citizen, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, I disagree.
I think strongly
Yeah.
disagree. I think we can all agree strongly disagree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately good for all of us.
Disagree. Strongly disagree, yeah.
No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should receive public funding.
Strongly disagree.
Everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
next page.
Sure. Yeah.
We're getting there.
4 out of 6, guys.
6, baby.
Our civil liberties are being exclusively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I don't think this has any more relevance.
Wait. Are we exclusive? Oh, excessively curved. I strongly agree. TSA is a perfect example of how we are excessively curbing our civil liberties for counterterrorism. The TSA it takes away a bunch of our like freedom, and it is very unsuccessful. I think it's something like 80 or 90% of the time that the guys who test the TSA can get weapons passed. So no, I'm gonna have to strongly agree with this one.
I'm gonna go with a light agree.
I mean, I think it's still important to have because it's still, even if it's not fully like effective, it still does prevent.
Yeah, that 3% of weapons you're stopping. Yeah, I guess that's worth, a couple constitutional rights. 3% of the weapons coming in.
What constitutional right is it?
Freedom to you don't have freedom to personal property, but you have freedom to I can't remember the wording, but it's basically freedom to yourself and your body, and you're giving that up.
Oh.
I'm a light agree in this one.
Dylan, what do you think?
I don't know. Do whatever. I mean, if it's only stopping that little bit, then yeah.
Well, that was just my example. I mean, there are other examples of how they take freedom for counterterrorism. I was just using that example because it's one of the ones that I think proves that it doesn't, it's not worth it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I still slightly agree then. If that's
All right, slightly agree works for me.
I agree. A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments.
Strongly disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, I disagree. I'd say more light disagree. But
We have great technology like fingerprinting and shit, and they still get it wrong sometimes. And because they have such good technology, they assume they can't be wrong, so it actually hurts sometimes. Not for 99% of the time this is true, but sometimes at 1% it hurts worse than it helps.
The death penalty should be an option for the most serious crimes. Strongly agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I strongly disagree, but I'm okay with an agree.
Or light agree.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and below to be commanded.
Strongly disagree.
I would disagree. Just light disagree.
Basically, do you think there should be hierarchies? Is the question. In it for a civilized society.
I mean, I disagree.
Disagree it is.
Disagree it is. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered art at all.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, I disagree on that.
Art can have meaning to different people. I think
Mhm.
that depends on how you see it. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation.
Strongly disagree.
Disagree.
It is a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals.
No. Only because it says some criminals, I'm gonna agree. There are people who are too far gone. That's just a fact. They're just.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I agree, because it's some criminals.
Jack, sounding answer?
Yeah, I guess in the case of really outlier situations, and yeah.
The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. Light disagree.
Yeah, light disagree.
Merklin.
Because obviously business people and manufacturers keep the world turning, but what's that one Dead Poet Society, the Robin Williams movie? The whole kind of movie, they just talk about how all these other things are noble pursuits, all the STEM fields and everything, but writing and art is why we live. Those are things we have to do to stay alive, but writing and art and poems and all that shit are the reason we stay alive for. So yeah, light disagree.
Imagine never listen to music again.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah.
Or never watch a movie. Jesus, I would end myself.
I think they're equally important. Is what I'm trying to say.
Mothers may have careers, but it is their first duty to be homemakers.
I disagree with that. But a
Disagree.
light disagree.
Strongly disagree.
Dylan?
Yeah, I disagree.
Strongly or lightly or normally?
Just kind of normally. Just kind of.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, we're gonna go with the
Flip a
strongly
coin.
agree since I don't want to spend time on it. So.
Wait, what? How do you flop like that?
Wait,
We
yeah,
all
we were both
disagreed.
I
don't
know
think
we
that
did,
adds
but I'm
up.
just gonna go with strongly agree.
Why?
I don't think that adds up.
I'm fine with disagree.
Yeah, let's-
Multinational companies are unethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of developing countries. I don't really know what this means.
Genetic
so you guys can
Are
take your take on it.
unethically exploiting the plant genetic resource. Yeah, I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with that.
What the hell does genetic resources mean, though?
Exploiting
Plant genetic resources. What does that even mean?
genetic resources. I'm really not sure. I'm just gonna have to strongly disagree because it sounds like someone
Plant
malarkey.
genetic-
I think we should go in the middle with just a regular disagree.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Because I don't even know what the fuck that means either.
Wait,
so.
I'm looking it up.
Just go to the next one while Jack looks it
Making
up.
peace with the establishment is a more important aspect of maturity.
Strong disagree.
I just a light disagree.
I'm okay with a light disagree, as long as everyone else is.
Okay, so plant genetic resources are plant genetic materials of actual or potential value. They describe the variability within plants that come from human and natural selection over millennia. Their intrinsic value mainly concerns agricultural groups.
Well, I don't think that there's. I can't think of any examples of a time I've heard a multinational company unethically exploiting that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to stick with disagree.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next one, we're both on disagree.
Yep.
Okay.
Read it. You gotta read it.
Actually, I'm actually with this one. Astrology accurately
Strongly
explains
agree.
many things. I strongly agree.
Strongly disagree.
Strongly agree, bro.
Okay, we got two strongly agrees. Dylan?
Strongly agree.
Let's not be moral without being religious. Strongly disagree.
Yeah, strongly disagree.
You cannot be moral.
Great, now this test is gonna think we're some fucking 16-year-old white chick who believes in astrology but not religion.
These people belong in hell.
Both of them, yeah.
You're such a Gemini.
Have you ever seen the Twitter post where like some guy will say something crazy and be like, he'll be like, I'm such a Gemini, and then a bunch of white girls will be like, yeah, that's a fact, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm actually like a Virgo or whatever.
Yeah.
Charity is better than Social Security as means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged.
Strongly, no, because Social Security. I strongly agree because Social Security is not meant to feed the disadvantaged. It's meant to feed retired people. So yeah, I strongly agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's just not what Social Security is for.
Some people are unnaturally.
Strongly agree.
I strongly.
I just regularly agree.
Dylan, do you think people are naturally unlucky? Some people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lightly or strongly?
I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't really listening. I don't care. Do whatever you feel like.
It's more important that a child's school instills religious values.
Obviously, strongly disagree. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. That's illegal. That's illegal.
Yeah, it's literally illegal.
Sex outside marriage is usually immoral.
Yeah, strongly agree. Oh wait. Outside. Does that mean adultery? Wait, does that mean adultery or just having sex before marriage? That's what I'm confused about.
Before marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, then I strongly disagree.
Yeah.
A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption.
Yeah, strongly agree. I don't see any reason not to.
Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population.
Strongly agree.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a good question. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state.
Agree, because consenting. That's my big point.
So my thing with this is it's a light disagree, because
I'm confused.
in terms of affairs, I think that is a business of the state, depending on who gets what in a divorce and what goes where. Because if somebody cheated with somebody, then that's kind of business of the state. They have to know that.
Ooh,
Because
okay. You've convinced me, Billy. In that particular circumstance, I'm gonna have to agree with
I'm
you.
gonna have to.
That is true.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna have to disagree with this one.
Light disagree. Yeah.
Slightly, because that's
No one can feel naturally homosexual.
strongly disagree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These days openness about sex has gone too far. Disagree.
I disagree. I strongly disagree. Is that the last one?
Yeah.
Let's see
Now
where
let's
you
see where
stand.
we
That was 40 minutes.
Gandhi, Hitler, Thatcher, Friedman, Stalin.
Where are we?
We are literally.
We're dead center libertarians. Let's go. Let's go, boys. That's what I like to see. Dead center libertarians. Not even an inch to either side. That is fucking art right there. That is
Yeah,
beautiful.
When I took this by myself, I was 3 over on the left.
Yeah, I imagine I'd be 3 or 4 over to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
No, you know what? This is pretty accurate because I'd imagine that me and Dylan are a little more right than you two. Although, Billy, I feel like I'm surprised you were to the left at all. You feel very centrist to me.
I think I was like maybe 3 ticks to the left. I think 3 or 2, just about. But
I guess this makes sense because I think all of us except Jock are libertarian, and I think then each of us, we got 2 and 2 on both sides. And I think we're both slightly, like all of us are slightly to whichever side.
Where would you put
I
John?
actually had a Tahitian boy once, and I bent him up
Where would I put who, Billy?
like a pretzel, and I really...
If he's not libertarian, where would you put him?
Who?
Libertarian? Jock.
Oh, wait, go back down.
I'm a
Would you put
libertarian.
Jock?
Jock would be honestly probably authoritarian. I feel like Jock kind of just let us get the libertarian. I feel like that's
Yeah,
it. I feel like Jock's a slight slight authoritarian, and then like middle to hard left.
If you run mouses, I put Jock there.
I'd say a little more left,
What does
honestly. Maybe
authoritarian
3
mean,
more.
though?
It means you're pro government. You're cool with the government.
Oh,
So like you like
Yeah,
things like
I mean,
welfare.
to
You
an
like
extent.
like socialism, for example, would be an idea that you'd be happy with.
social. I don't know.
I'm gonna put Jock.
I think right where your mouse is
Right where the mouse
about
is.
where I think Jock is.
Nick, I'm definitely gonna put him in.
I'd definitely be way lower libertarian.
Okay.
All right, I got a couple topics if you gentlemen are ready for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
What are we doing?
The rest of the show. Okay.
The rest of the show.
The
No
rest of
shit,
the show.
I brought my good idea. Okay.
Okay. Billy, I'm gonna do what we did when I was in Colorado. I'm gonna read you guys 5 titles that I've given. These are not the same titles of the articles. I've given them 5 separate titles, and you guys tell me which one you want to hear first. So we got chick is a 4 doing 4 type behavior. Number 2 is old man with an odd kink. Number 3 is Kansas man has the best sex of his life. Number 4 is an Aussie couple takes small lottery ticket way too serious. And number 5 is money in the grave.
I wanna hear the old man
Old
with
man's
his old man king.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that has potential.
Wait. There we go. Okay. Meet the man who is sexually attracted to balloons. And the guy I'm looking at is if someone played a live action Peter Griffin, but then got like into their 60s.
That's dope. I would
Okay.
expect no less.
Here, let me read through the article a little bit. So this is from an episode of My Strange Addiction, the TLC show. Okay. In 2013, My Strange Addiction highlighted 62-year-old Julius, a man who is sexually attracted to balloons. Yes, balloons. Julius's segment of the full episode in quote "In Love with Balloons / Face Mask Eater" end quote can be viewed above. His desire for balloons, frankly and lovingly with the cameras. Speaking about the origin of his balloon love affair, Julius remembered the first time he discovered his attachment to those inflatable blah blah blah. Julius was hospitalized when he was 4 years old and received a blue balloon gift from his mother. When a nurse popped the balloon that night, Julius found he was inconsolable. Now, as an adult, he even participates in balloon rescue missions. So apparently, when the nurse finally killed the balloon, he was like devastated.
I
What
think
a
that this
guy.
guy just took a mommy kink way too far and turned it into the balloon kink. Like I think that he could have definitely was into his mom who like had something like that. But instead of it, like he was like his child brain was like, I can't do that.
I
That's
mean-
bad. So I'm gonna like balloons instead.
Yeah, I mean
I think that's the most reasonable.
that's respectable. Honestly, I think that's better than being into your
yeah, I
mom.
would say it's a little bit better than liking, being.
In that case, that's
Attracted to
definitely
your mom,
respectable. But I mean, how? How does he fuck a balloon though? Just confused. If he's sexually
Yeah,
attracted, that means that he fucks balloons.
Or at least
That's
he
not
wishes he
necessarily
could.
true, Jack. Yeah,
He wishes he could.
he doesn't have to have
That's
sex
true.
with them.
Like shit, those balloons might be playing pretty hard to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, do you guys want me to go through the list again and you give me another name? Or do you remember which one you
what
want to
was-
hear next?
What was the one after you said this
Kansas
one?
man has the best sex of his life.
Yeah,
You want to hear
one,
that?
one.
Okay, the title of this article is Kansas man had sex with car's tailpipe and kept going after police arrived, cops say. He was ramming his car. An inebriated man in Kansas was shot with a stun gun by police last week while having sex with the tailpipe of his vehicle. Newton police responded to a call about a naked man underneath the car in an apartment parking complex. Police arrived to find the man, 24. This guy looks like he's in his fucking 40s, though. It's crazy that he's 24. He's got gray hair. He's like bald on the top and then just has the sides. Yeah, he looks like he's 40, and all his hair is gray. Police arrived to find the man, 24, with the car surrounded by several people watching in horror. Lieutenant Scott Powell of the Newton Police Department told Oxygen.com that the man was completely oblivious to the people around him, including the police. The man kept having sex with the tailpipe even after cops arrived. And they tased him when he ignored their orders, police say. Now, the reason I was laughing before in the Discord reading this, because I'm just imagining this guy fucking pounding away and then getting tased.
Doesn't give a fuck. He's
What would
like,
be
bro, I'm dead.
tailplate of a car?
Yeah, that's like the exhaust.
I'm
That's a big hole. That's a big hole.
It's a big ass hole.
That's a
how do you-
fucking big hole.
How do you get any sort of pleasure out of that?
Either
He
this
must have
guy
a
has one
huge
girthy
car.
ass-
Okay, wait, whoa. Get this. He was taken to the emergency room. Guess how high his blood alcohol level was. Remember,
0.5.
0.08 is the legal limit. Well, how high do you think it is?
0.5, bro.
0.5, you would be
0.5
dead.
be
Yeah.
like serious trouble, yeah.
0.35.
0.35. Billy is on the nose. It was exactly 0.35.
I know
Wow.
somebody who was there recently.
That means that said person was almost drunk enough to fuck a
That
car's
is
tail.
crazy.
That means that this guy was so drunk he almost fucking died. But instead he went to fuck a car until he got tased.
I think if I got tased while I was drunk, that drunk,
Wouldn't
I
even.
think I would instantly be sober.
Well, he obviously wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think you could be instantly sober at 0.35. Because he was 0.35 when he got to the hospital. That means he was probably higher when he was fucking the car.
Bro, I hope he at least got a nut off before they.
Agreed. Maybe when he tased, he nut and it was the best nut of his life, and he's gonna be chasing that high the rest of his life, dude.
That'd be fucked.
Okay, which one do you want to hear next, boys? Money in the grave. Aussie couple takes small lottery ticket way too serious, or chick is a 4 doing 4 type behavior.
Four type behavior.
Okay. Woman holds party themed around the number 4 after Uni Boy's savage rating. So I'm not gonna read this article because it's kind of boring, but basically some girl posted a TikTok that got like 1.9 million likes, and it's because she just made a bunch of cookies and wrote the number 4 on them and posted a bunch of like the number 4 all over her room as decorations because she threw a party as a joke to because a bunch of sorority guys called her
Sorority guys.
rated her that she was a 4 out of 10.
It's frat guys, Nick.
Frat guys. My
Guys,
my bad.
I just got reminded of something that's completely a little off topic. It's a TikTok trend that my mom brought up to me recently.
I
Okay.
don't know.
My mom said to me when I was on FaceTime the other day, "Do you know what this Rape Women Saturday's about?"
Oh my.
I'm like,
What?
I'm not sure if it was Saturday, but there's a specific day.
Yeah, no, it was like April
Go out
27th, I
and
want to say.
rape
24th.
24th, yeah. It is Saturday.
Saturday, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's
rape
definitely April
Saturday.
24th.
What?
And my mom was like, "Do you know what
It was
this
on
is?
TikTok?
And are you partaking in this?" I'm like, she was like, "Do you know what this is, Billy?" I was like, "No, I haven't seen this trend." I'm like, "Are you on TikTok?" She's like, no, but your brother showed it to me. And I'm like, well, why did he show it? What a dumbass. Why did he show you it? I think you just freak out about it.
That's fucking nuts, dude. Oh my
What the
god.
hell?
She asked my mom, she asked my sister, she asked my whole family about this Rape Women Saturday thing.
Your mom asked your mom.
Your mom.
My
asked-
mom, whatever. But anyways, are you guys partaking in this event?
No.
Oh,
I
I'm in
heard
the,
one
I'm in
yes,
the counterattack.
I heard
in the
one yes from
counterattack.
Nick. I heard one yes from Nick, Jock.
no.
I heard a yes from Jock.
Oh
Dylan.
god.
I'm definitely packing a
Doesn't-
fucking blade around, and anybody who cuts near my girlfriend is getting stabbed.
And I heard a no from Dylan. So
What? How does
salad
Dylan get the no?
tossers are apparently
do you guys
going
want to?
out, and
Do you guys want to talk about the Super League in soccer, or do you want me to read another one of these?
I don't
articles?
actually know what.
don't know.
I can give you the rundown if you like.
Why
If you
everyone's
would
so
like.
pissed about it. Yeah.
So-
if
so-
you give us a.
Basically, what happened, for those who don't know how
TLDR.
soccer works, there's a shit ton of teams all around the world that compete on like world stages like the FIFA Cup, the World Cup, etc. So a lot of these teams came from like literally dirt poor communities and stuff, and they started with almost no money, and now they're extremely rich teams, obviously. So we're talking teams like Barcelona, Liverpool, Manchester City, these all teams like this, and there were about 12 or 15 of them that all agreed to come into this what they call a super league, and it was basically just the rich kids playing soccer. And it was just really sad because all these clubs started out as like poor clubs that still played on the world's stage and proved that money isn't everything, and that they won championships and stuff and had good accolades without starting at having a shit ton of money. And so it was really sad to see. And but the best part, so they got sued for like 50 billion each team
Yeah,
by
I saw that
FIFA
thing.
and like
crazy.
EFIA or something like that. Because they essentially just ruined like a lot of soccer, and
Yeah.
and within a few days, it all has been taken apart, and now there's no more Super League. From people posting on Instagram to the fucking lawsuits to a million other
Fuck.
things.
Fuck Super League.
All I'm saying is that
They're-
for once, the boys all posted, like men all posted an issue they had on their story, and change actually happened. Women all post issues on their stories all the time and then do nothing about it. So I just thought it was interesting, the little, I don't know, the difference there. That something actually happened. It wasn't just something we talked about and got over.
I mean, it's all. I mean, yeah, but like it was like it was a fucking huge thing that happened.
Yeah, indeed. So that's the little bit I know. Oh, also I have an update on the Carson drama. So
interesting.
I can't find the screenshots. No matter what I Google, I can't find it. But I've seen them multiple times now of the girl coming out on Twitter and saying she was the information she gave about Carson was misleading, and that Carson didn't do like some of the things that she claimed he did, and that Keemstar kind of forced her into it, and then she tweeted out again like after that
Wow, it was all Keemstar.
and she said like she's so surprised that all of his friends turned their back. Now the thing is, I don't know if
That's
these are fake
crazy.
tweets, and the fact that I can't find them means one of two things. It means either like Keemstar and Carson's friends are trying their hardest to not look like idiots, so they're getting it taken down, or it means it's just fake. But I have seen it in multiple different places. But like I said, when I look it up, I can't find it. So Carson may be innocent to a degree.
I mean,
I think the nudes is still like a confirmed thing. It's about the power struggle. She was saying that there was no, like, he didn't abuse his power over her. That's what she was saying in her tweet. That's the only reason I kind of buy it. Is because she's not saying he didn't break the law, because I don't think that's under the dispute. I think it's the part where whether it was a power dynamic or not.
yeah.
Damn. Can we talk about EDP real quick?
Oh, dude. Okay, apparently that's old news is the crazy part.
Really?
What? How old?
I don't know, but I've seen a lot of people post
Oh, I
about
remember
it
this
and
happening,
say
like,
it's old
last
news.
year. I
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a year old. It's old
Yeah.
news. All right, why don't one of you give the rundown for anybody who doesn't know?
Basically,
EDP's
this
a
guy was talking
pedophile.
to some 13-year-old girl, and he met her to get ice cream or some shit like that.
Okay, but who's EDP? Why don't you talk about that too?
Eat that pussy 445. He's a big Eagles fan, is it?
I think it's
fan.
Eagles. Yeah, he's basically just a big
Also
black
used
guy.
to-
It's funny. He's a funny fat guy.
He's really funny. Like yeah,
A shit ton of memes about him.
Yeah,
shit
he got
ton of
caught
memes.
diddling.
Okay, but
Eat
I
that pussy.
the funny thing is the guy, like the organization who caught them, I forget what they're called, but their leader apparently has been canceled multiple times because he calls BLM like BLM charity spots and stuff and just says the N-word and thinks it's funny.
Oh my god.
So the guy who brought him in is not very innocent either. So there's kind of
What
no
the
winners
fuck?
in this story.
What the
I just kind of feel bad because people are harassing him now about it, even though it's like there's like a video online.
Yeah, I
on
saw
TikTok
that.
of dudes like coming up to him, and clearly, no offense to EDP, he's clearly a little special. Like that's not. That's
I
not
don't
sort of, like,
I don't think
I
that's
think,
true.
I think he's clearly. I think that in my mind he's not as.
I think he's very I don't want to say woke, but I'm trying to think of a better word. I don't know. He's very like very meta
He's
about
a pedophile, bro. He's
No.
so woke.
he's like very meta about how people make him a meme and stuff, and he realizes that and he feeds into it. So that's why I don't think he's like I don't think we should take away from the fact he's an evil person by saying
I'm not
he's just stupid and it's a disability. He's definitely just an evil human being.
I think it might just be. I'm not saying that it should take away, but I'm saying that in terms of making fun of him and going out there, like he did something bad. We get that. I feel like at one point, I think in my mind he's a little. Not saying that he is. He might not be, but I think he's a little special. Just the fact that he feeds into it so much, like in a time that he wouldn't want to, like right now. I think that his brain would think, well, I'm gonna do it anyways because it's what I've always been doing. So I'm not saying that maybe he's not special, but I think that I'm saying he's special in a way, not in a bad way, but it doesn't discredit what he did.
He's a weed.
Well, yeah. At any
Saying that
rate,
he shouldn't be made fun of. Like
I think he
as
should.
much as- don't
I
think so.
agree. I don't think he deserves harassment. He deserves
it's
help.
true.
I
Not deserve
I
harassment.
completely
Deserves help
disagree.
for fucking.
I think it's
His
really
fucking-
fucked up that the shitty part of like when people pull a Chris Hansen is that the reason it worked for Chris Hansen is because he actually worked with the police department. Like it was the police bringing this guy in. But when you do it like as a vigilante, then the police can't bring the guy in even if you have sufficient proof. Only because there was no real like child involved and it was just you like pulling a Chris Hansen. Now it'd be one thing if the guy actually came and there was a real child there and everything. That's a different story. But usually these guys just fake it for views, which is just such a shame because you can literally prove someone's a pedophile and you can't give them any charges.
that's
And like
crazy.
EDP will probably get off scot-free other than the fact that his YouTube's probably going to lose a few viewers. But at the end of the day, I doubt he'll be dead because of it. We've seen so many people take just as bad claims and keep moving forward.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yo,
I-
so
I
another
just
one on this
I just think the
topic.
thing he needs most is fucking treatment for his fucking therapy.
Yeah, nobody really wakes up and just decides they're gonna do that, right?
I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never been a pedophile. I can't say I know.
Well, I'd like to fucking hope not. Like, you know, just roll over in bed one day and you're like, I'm gonna be a sex offender. Like, it's a building thing. It's a mental issue, obviously.
Sure hope so.
Not that I'm trying to condone it in any way, right? But
Yeah, I get you.
Oh.
Wait, so what were you going to say, Dylan?
oh yeah, James Charles, man.
That's
Oh,
also
yeah,
that's
James
also
Charles.
old news, I think, but I'm not surprised.
No, it is, but just like it's
Crazy
now
how
getting
many
fucking
fucking-
completely confirmed.
Well, not only does he like underage kids, but there are also like certain allegations against him trying to turn straight men gay. Like he likes to pick up straight men specifically, which is kind of odd because like if there was some guy who only liked to pick up lesbians, like the LGBTQ community would flip out. But when the tables are turned,
Also, all I'm saying is all this drama gave him 1.5 million views on his latest video. Like before that, he was getting like the most he got was about 453,
really?
and then he got 1.5 million views. It's not even about the incident. It's just he's averaging about
Bro, I'm
150,000.
fucking recording, dude.
About 150,000 between his like 2 months ago, 128. But last week, 1.5 million views.
Okay, but the question is, Billy, is it going to lead people to stay with him, or is it just that video is probably going to have more? How does he only get... No, Billy, I think you're wrong, dude. I think you're tripping out. He has 25.5 mil subs on YouTube.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
25?
Billy.
I thought it
He's
was
like
just
really
Okay,
big.
I'm looking at his videos right now. Here are his last 5 videos. 9 million, 2.3 million, 3.1 million, 5.8 million, and 4 million. Now, the 9 million is a video called Holding Myself Accountable, and it's obviously about this situation. But all the videos before, he's getting between 2 and 5 mil. Even if I scroll down.
I assume
James,
2.5
we're not talking about EDP anymore,
Oh, I'm
Billy.
talking about- I was talking about
Oh,
EDP.
okay. That's where you were getting confused.
I was talking
Yeah.
about EDP.
Oh.
Yeah, I just realized that now that I thought
James
about
Charles
it.
this whole time.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
James Charles gets a
Oh.
shit ton of views, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So who else? I feel like there was one other person that recently got, not recently, but like popular with their sexual allegations. Who was it?
Jake Paul got accused of sexual assault.
Well,
I would not be surprised at
Yeah, I was
all,
just about to
dude.
say that guy has such a fucking huge ego.
Facts.
so
that
okay,
would have a
if
lot
that's
to do
if
with
that's
it,
the
in my
case, then
opinion.
I have a fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
Oh, EDP
Oh,
James Charles.
no.
EDP, James Charles, and Jake Paul.
I'm definitely marrying Jake Paul. He's fucking loaded, dog.
So is James Charles, buddy.
No,
Yeah,
not
so is James
no,
Charles.
no. Jake Paul definitely has more money. We
I'm
can look it up.
I don't disagree with you.
Okay, but also, no offense, I'd rather hang out with the douchebag than James Charles. Like, I know people like Jake Paul. They're just non-successful. Like, at least he's a successful douchebag, so he has a reason to be an asshole. Like, because he thinks he's the shit, and it's kind of hard to disprove that because he's a millionaire who gets whatever he wants. So that's the only reason I'd rather him over James Charles. James Charles is just like an extremely flamboyant, like, pedophile. So I don't know. I'm not interested. And then I'll bang EDP just because I hate James Charles that much, and then James Charles can die.
Yeah, I gotta go with that. I gotta
I'm
go with
gonna have to
that.
agree with that answer, actually.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be a.
All right, I gotta look up both their net worths now. Jake Paul net worth. I mean, the dude's fighting for like millions of dollars in boxing. There's no way he makes less. Wow.
Bro,
Wow.
Should we talk about the fight?
Yeah, we
That show
can in a
is so
second,
stupid.
but get this: James Charles' net worth, 12 million. How much do you think Jake Paul's is?
What?
In the 20s,
I'm gonna say like.
20 millions.
11.5. This is saying.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
none of
Because
these
James
are always
Charles
100%
Charles is more
accurate.
stats.
It's because James Charles was a huge company. In
This This one
Yeah.
says that Jake Paul is worth 20 mil. I don't know. I think they're both worth more than that, to be completely honest. But I think as of those might be old numbers because I think because this is James Charles from 2019. He probably makes more than 12 mil. Dylan is right. He has a makeup he has a makeup industry thing. So I don't know. Yeah, this says he's worth 22 million and Jake Paul is worth 20 million. So still it looks like James Charles might be worth a little more, which is unfortunate. But
Damn.
all right,
Jake
so you
Charles
want to
is
talk
dead.
about the fight, Jock?
I mean, I just want to. Yeah, the only thing about it is it was fucking stupid.
So, did you guys like see the whole thing, or have you just heard about it, or like what?
I
what?
saw it.
I was,
Yeah.
I was not.
Yeah.
I was-
So we had
I watched
poker
it live.
night. We had poker night at my house, and obviously we were gonna fucking pirate it because I'm not paying $50 to Jake Paul. He
Yeah,
can suck my
stream
cock.
East, bro.
So we're streaming it, and the fight says starts at what 9:30, some shit like that.
It didn't start until like 1.
Yeah, no, and it's like 2 hours is usually how long it takes for the undercard to get through. So I was okay with it starting 11, and then I was like, you know what, it's gonna start 12 because that's 9 p.m. Like California time. Nope, like Jock said, it was like 1:30. Fight finally starts. Fucking Ben, whatever his face is,
Over in like 30 seconds.
like throws maybe one punch while they're hugging each other, and then Jake Paul throws like a total of 3 punches and knocks him out. And then Ben gets up, and he said after in a post interview that he told the ref he was good, and the ref said no, he
the ref was
wasn't.
like, no, you're not.
And then they stopped the fight. I don't know, dude. It was just weird. Like
It was very weird.
Ben has taken punches from way stronger people, way way more punches to the head. There was this one clip I saw of him in MMA where he's pinned on the ground and some guy's literally just bashing his skull in and he doesn't go to sleep. So I don't know. I'm slightly suspicious about it. Also, like, when he's...
It's probably just a publicity thing.
When he walks away, he's, like, holding his wife, smiling ear to ear. And, like...
Yeah.
There were reasons for him to be angry. Jake Paul had been talking a lot of fucking shit. And everyone was rooting for Ben, so...
No, yeah, he didn't give a fuck because he made a shit ton of money.
Exactly. He didn't get... That's why... I don't want to say it's staged, but I don't know. Because...
It was definitely... Yeah, it definitely
because
wasn't, like,
this is what we were talking about when, like, that night is the reason Jake Paul hasn't fought a real boxer yet is because no one respects him. So he had to fight someone as close to a real boxer and win before a real boxer would fight him. So now he's gonna get fights with real boxers.
Now he's gonna get fucking murdered.
So I'm thinking they're saying, "Hey Ben, we'll get you fucking $1 million if you just fucking take a couple hits on the chin and lose." And Ben probably got in there and he was standing in the ring and he's like, "I could just pretend to fall asleep right now." And he takes a hit and just falls over. Because he's moving the whole time, and you could say, like, people move when they get knocked out, which is somewhat true. But he's like moving like he's conscious the whole time is the thing. And I just don't think Jake Paul is strong enough that Ben, who can take fucking so many blows, is just dying to him.
Oh yeah, that shit was very disappointing.
Agreed. Waited like 4 hours worth of concerts, because that's the worst part. It wasn't even just fights. Most of the fights sucked, but it was mostly concerts, and then the fight lasted like maybe a minute.
I think it was. I saw a thing where like only 5% of the broadcast was actually boxing.
Of boxing. I was gonna say for the actual fight, it was probably like the Jake Paul fight was probably like 0.1%.
Yeah, like 0.1%. Yeah. Only 5% of the whole fucking thing, whole broadcast was boxing.
It was an interesting fight indeed, though. I can't wait to watch Jake Paul now fight a proper
I can't wait
boxer, because now he's just gonna get cooked. Like, he keeps thinking he's like a fucking G because he's knocking out people. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's like if you walked up to LeBron. If you wanted to become a prominent golfer, so you walk up to LeBron and you're like, "Let's golf off." And when you win, you're like, "See, I'm a great golfer." And it's like, LeBron's not like you. If you challenge Tiger Woods or something, I would be impressed. LeBron doesn't golf. That's like a side hobby of his.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I just
Who is watching a video right now? Is it Scarce or something? Who's watching Scarce? All right, gentlemen.
All right.
I think it's about time to end anyway. So don't forget patreon.com/thesaladtossers. You can get that extra episode from Montel. Very interesting debate show. He had 2 like professors or some shit, like people who had at least one of the guys had a degree for debate. So it was actually pretty interesting to listen to when I was posting it. So yeah, go get that. It's only $1 a month. Patreon.com/thesaladtossers. Tomorrow we will. I think I've spoken about it a few times. Is we're trying to make a little game here for the show, and I've finished the first part of it. So we're gonna record the first part tomorrow. I don't know if we'll be going live, but keep an eye out for that. The game will be coming out soon.
Well,
with that said,
Craig.
Have a good night, sir.
Night, Craig.
Dylan, do you have anything? Dylan, do you want to hype up your EP while you're here?
He's not here.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Dylan has an EP coming out eventually. We'll get more info on that some other time. Have a great night.